Hello and thanks for staying with us at Asset Television. Welcome to the news at this hour. I am Emanuela Akwaya. First, the headlines. Nigerian military confirms operation against Iswap in Borno. Representative aspirants protest imposition in Kaduna. Governor Alia celebrates birthday in Makurdi. Now, the news in detail. Defense Headquarters has confirmed fresh coordinated air operations against suspected Islamic State West African province fighters in parts of northeast Nigeria as military offensives against terrorist groups continue to intensify. In a statement issued on Sunday, the Director of Defense Information, Major General Smaila Oba, disclosed that the latest strikes were carried out in collaboration with the United States Africa Command in the general area of Metele, Borno State. According to the Defense Headquarters, the operations targeted terrorist movements and gathering points after intelligence reports revealed the convergence and migration of armed fighters within the area. The military said the coordinated airstrike successfully eliminated more than 20 Iswap fighters during the operation. The latest offensive comes days after the reported neutralization of notorious ISIS commander Abu Bilal al-Minuki as security forces sustained pressure on insurgent groups operating in the northeast. Nigerian Navy has uncovered a suspected staging camp allegedly linked to hostile activities along the river's Bayelsa Creek, recovering ammunition and materials believed to be used for illegal operations in the area. The discovery followed intensified surveillance and patrol operations by personnel of Nigerian Navy within the waterways. According to a statement issued on Friday by the Director of Naval Information, Captain A. Folorosho, the operation was carried out by personnel of NNS Soro deployed around the Soko axis. Captain Folorosho said operatives became suspicious after sighting a high-powered speedboat powered by a 200 horsepower engine moving from Sagama community towards Russia Community Creek bordering the Olowasiri area of Bayelsa State. He said the boat was reportedly conveying 6 persons dressed in what the Navy described as unconfirmed uniforms. Naval personnel later observed the occupants dropping off 3 persons in what was described as a suspicious manner before the boat sped off into adjoining creeks. Edo State Police Command has recorded another breakthrough in its ongoing offensive against kidnapping and violent crimes, with the rescue of an abducted victim and the arrest of suspected kidnappers during a tactical operation in Uwombonde local government area. The operation, which was carried out in the early hours of Sunday, involved operatives of the command working alongside members of the Edo State Security Corps and local vigilantes. According to a statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer ASP Eno Ekwodem, the mission followed credible intelligence received around 6:30 a.m. concerning the activities of suspected kidnappers operating within the Ogolo Forest axis. Police operatives led by the Divisional Police Officer of Eho Division were immediately mobilized to the area where they reportedly came under attack from armed members of the gang. The kidnappers engaged the security team in a gun duel, but the superior firepower and tactical response of the operatives forced the criminals into disarray. During the exchange of gunfire, one of the suspects, identified as Prince Momodu James, was neutralized, while 3 other suspected gang members were arrested. Asset will be back after the short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. Journalists in the Federal Capital Territory benefited from free medical consultations and health screenings on Saturday as the Nigerian Union of Journalists (FCT) Council partnered, partnered Nizamine Hospital to organize a medical outreach during its 2026 press week. This Monday, FCT journalists organized a healthy walk from Berger Roundabout to the NUJ Press Center as part of activities marking the annual press week and focused on promoting the health and well-being of media practitioners, many of whom work under intense pressure and stressful conditions.
Today being Monday, we talk about health, work, and managing stress. When that journalists face a lot of challenges, staying awake all through the night to make sure you break that story, just want to miss your deadline. And most times, this, builds up stress. So we are doing this work. Last year, it was all about press freedom. For you to be fit, for you to be alive, press freedom, you must be healthy and fit to carry out that job. And that's the reason why we are gathered here as a team as we deliver this type of thing to say a healthy journalist is important for a healthy democracy. Stress management saves stories. Press for mental health is all we are asking. And we must make mental health a habit. Healthy journalists, strong democracy, report with care and care for the mind. From pressure to purpose and together for mental health. So that's the essence of this. We are all strong and we want to bring to the media community and the nation's capital. And we're working through the spirit to tell people that as journalists we are fit to make sure that we have a credible, well-balanced, free writing in the course of our duties. And it boils down to ethical journalism. So we must be health and fit to stay alive for that story that all the facts.
Now, talking about health and the Nigerian journalists, of course, a lot of journalists are facing a lot of challenges. No pay, all manner of the challenges. So, what would the union, the council be doing in the days ahead to ensure that the welfare of journalists are taken care of?
Welfare of journalists is our priority. And I keep saying, a journalist that is not adequately safe in terms of remuneration, and not being able to pay salaries as well, you cannot actually find that story. If you notice, we carried out medical outreach on Saturday for over 300 journalists, and everybody turned out well. And there was one particular common illness we noticed, blood pressure, high blood pressure. In fact, for some persons, they didn't know they had blood pressure. And when the test came out, the doctor asked, when was the last time you took your drug? And he said, me, I don't have BP. I said, okay, you have BP, and it's been long, and I have to manage it. So most times you hear somebody just something like that. We are always, running out that to make sure we have those for the news to carry out that story. And we are underpaid. Underpaid families means you are simply continuing to have.
Chairman of the NUJ FCT Council, Comrade Grace Ike, stressed the need for journalists to prioritize their health while carrying out their professional responsibilities. Coalition of aggrieved aspirants of the All Progressives Congress in Kaduna State has rejected the party's House of Representatives and senatorial primary processes, alleging widespread violations of the party's constitution and nomination guidelines. Operating under the banner of the Coalition of Kaduna Aggrieved Aspirants for APC primary elections to the National Assembly, the aspirants accused party leaders of imposing candidates through what they described as illegal consensus arrangements without the consent of all cleared contestants. In a protest later dated May 17, 2026, and addressed to the APC National Chairman, the group alleged that the primaries conducted for House of Representatives constituencies on May 16 were marred by irregularities, disenfranchisement of party members, and total disregard of democratic procedures. The coalition claimed that party officials failed to conduct proper primary elections and instead forced consensus candidates on aspirants without obtaining the mandatory written consent required under Article 20 of the APC Constitution. The aggrieved aspirants further alleged that committees set up for the exercise openly claimed they were acting on the instructions of Governor Uba Sani, while accusing the Kaduna State APC executive of feigned ignorance as the disputed nomination process unfolded. As the saying goes, at 60 years old, a man does not look back in regret, but in forward with purpose. For in 60 years, Alia has lived enough to understand grace, enough to know those who believe and trust him with no mincing words. This and more went down in Benue State, north central Nigeria, as the people of the state paused to honor that grace, service, and hope as His Excellency Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yomem Alia marked his 60th birthday over the weekend in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, north central Nigeria. Our correspondent Maya Osibe completes the story.
This celebration started with a solemn Thanksgiving Mass at the Chapel of Glory inside Government House, Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Government officials, traditional rulers, friends, family members, and well-wishers gathered to celebrate Governor Alia for the gift of life and 60 years of purposeful living.
Celebrating 60 years of your life. The testimony that is given to us is given to us here, especially the suffering that is redemptive will be your portion. And the suffering that is not redemptive cannot be part of you. And we also cry for that. That is our cry.
I'd like all of us to see deep within us how we can support those who need that support most. The very vulnerable in our society and state, those dying in peace, and those who don't have a voice for anyone to speak for. Let us be their voice. A package of system is a package of struggle, a package of efforts, a package of grace, a package of tolerance and understanding. This is what has been the life story of our executive governor of Benue State.
Has the journey been easy in the last 3 years? It has not been. We have been able to achieve all that we have achieved so far through deeds of hard work and sacrifice.
The atmosphere was reflective yet joyful, a reminder that for Governor Alia, faith has always been the foundation of his public service. After the Mass, the celebration moved to the new banquet hall, Government House Makurdi, with a reception held in honor of the governor, who is simply the man of the Benue State people. "60 years is a milestone that invites both reflection and renewal. From his years in priesthood to his entry into public service, Governor Hyacinth Alia's life has been defined by a call to service. Supporters say his leadership style reflects that calling, which are direct, hands-on, and rooted in the belief that governance must touch the lives of ordinary people in Benue State and Nigeria in general." In his remarks, Governor Alia expressed gratitude to God and to the people of Benue State through faith, service, and connection to his people. As Governor Hyacinth Alia turns 60 years on earth, the message from the people of Benue State is nothing more of gratitude for the past and hope for the road ahead. From all of us on Asa Television, we say happy 60 cheers to you, sir. Hip, 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 hooray. Happy many more returns of the day. Enjoy your new age in sound health, joy, happiness, and prosperity. Mania Usibi, Asa Television News.
And that is the news at this hour. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles for more news and programs. On behalf of the news crew, I'm Emanuela Akwaya.